Hello there, Taylor Reeh of the 1P versus 2P podcast and editor over at 1pvs2p.com. What you're going to hear in this episode is the audio version of our super video game pub trivia 2 Turbo panel from last month at MAGFest 2018. That's the music and gaming festival held annually here near where I live, Washington, D.C. My brother, fellow editor, and co-host of this podcast, Ryan Ray, helped MC Pub Trivia with me this year, along with friend of the show, Matt Ward, who volunteered as our scorekeeper. This is the third MAGFest we've presented at, with this being the second time we've organized Super Video Game Pub Trivia at the convention. So go back and listen to episode 89 to listen to that first one, Super Video Game Pub Trivia 1, or visit our YouTube channel to watch the video versions of both events. We have them both since MAGFest staff recorded and live streamed them. And special thanks to those MAGFest staff, those volunteers who helped run our panel, our event. It's been an amazing experience for the past 3 years, past 2 being Pub Trivia. The first one was all about gaming podcast production. It's truly, truly an honor, and it's really humbling to see all the people attend in person at our event, at our panels, lined up outside of the door and packing those rooms. It's been a great, great time. So special thanks also to those of you who attended MAGFest and came to our panels, especially this one that you're about to hear, Super Video Game Pub Trivia 2 Turbo. And let us know if you were there in person or watched us on Twitch when it was live streamed during that weekend in January. Please tweet to us at 1pvs2p. Again, that Twitter handle is at 1pvs2p. Tweet to us and let us know what you thought of the show. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or if you were in the audience, we'd love to hear from you. Again, tweet to us at 1pvs2p. And one last thing before I play this panel, you are going to hear an obvious edit in the middle of this episode, about 30 minutes in, where we had to deal with an unfortunate drunk guy who was in the audience hassling some team members inside the room, and security actually had to escort him out, and I didn't want to give him any more attention that he already got. You're going to hear the audience clap for the team that had to deal with this drunk, and they really handled it well, and I'm really glad it blew over and went over quickly. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. And another thing, you're going to hear some background music and my voice a second time sometimes, so it's a little bit distracting, and that's because we actually played one of our music playlist episodes. So if you subscribe to our show, you know what I'm talking about. We played that as people were filing in, but we didn't realize that we hadn't muted it during the actual event. So it's playing very, very low underneath, and sometimes it's a bit distracting. So I apologize for that. But otherwise, hope you enjoy Super Video Game Pub Trivia 2 Turbo. Enjoy. Is everyone ready for Super Video Game Pub Trivia 2 Turbo? I am Taylor Reeh. This is my brother, Ryan Ray. This is Matt Ward, our scorekeeper. Team 7, let's go! Team 7, let's go. All right, so I want some hype out of this crowd. If you get the questions right, we're going to go over some rules up here at the top, please. So go ahead and advance some slides. Thanks to all of you who have come so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rules to start off with. Number 1, absolutely no use of cell phones, laptops, or other reading materials. Bring your encyclopedias home. Okay, teams that are reported using any outside devices will be disqualified. Cheating is rude. Please put your phones away. If I see anyone on these teams with any of their phones in their hands, I will ask you that you put them away. You will get one warning. The next one, your entire team will be disqualified. Don't do that to your team, please. Number 2, please do not call out any answers, right or wrong. Even if you're trying to be funny, it disrupts the game and can bother other players. Also, you want to get things right, don't you? So no collaborating with other teams. All right? Try not to scream out answers if you're actually playing over here up at the front, because otherwise the other team is going to write that same answer down. Next rule, the game includes 4 rounds of 5 questions each. At the end of each round, the team scores will be tallied and announced. Questions will be read. I'll repeat them several times. After a short amount of time, I will count down 3, 2, 1. I will say answers up, answers up, answers up. You must immediately raise your answers and show them to the front. And then we will reveal each answer and see
who gets those points. Points can be 1 to 2 points per question. All right, once the countdown ends, and hold the questions for the end, please. Once the countdown ends, teams may not change their answer unless instructed to do so by one of us. Number 7, please, this is absolutely important. A lot of you already screwed this up on the sign-up sheet. You can't read your writing. Please write neatly and in big, big letters. Number 8, again, we will have the final say in all disputed answers. If you have a problem with the way a question is written and you need clarification, please ask, and I will try to clarify. If you disagree and you think the fact is incorrect, it's not likely that you will be correct, but we will entertain it anyway. So, we had a dispute last year, and the guy, we were right anyway, so we do our homework. Next, number 9, after each question, again, we'll announce the correct answers and award points. After all rounds are over, the team with the most points wins. All right.
Shall we show off the prizes?
And do I have any questions before I start revealing what you can win today at Pub Trivia? We keep track of points. We will announce them at the end of each round. Yes. Can the audience win? Guess what? Yes. The audience can win prizes. All right? So if I come out here and I start to ask for a volunteer, you should raise your hand. All right? Because I might ask you some super personal questions, or I might actually ask you something that's up on the screen, an actual trivia question. And I do have some prizes for the audience as well. So, yes, the audience can win prizes. Yes. Should you have a pen? Yes, you should have a pen. Actually, you should have a dry erase marker. So I will get you one before we start. Well, any other questions? No questions. Thank you very much. All right, without further ado, I do want to reveal there's been a lot of outrage in the video game industry about what? Microtransactions, loot boxes. Well, guess what? We have a huge loot box of our own, and my lovely assistants behind the curtain will reveal them all to you. Take a look. They're going to make the rounds, walk it out front. There are so many prizes that the first place team can win, but also the second place team will win. So the top two teams with the most prizes win some fantastic choice of prizes within a fantastic loot box. Give it up for the loot box! No purchase necessary, no fee required.
I think that's probably the first time anybody has ever cheered for a loot box.
Yeah, so. I would agree. Totally agree. All right. The other teams who do not get first or second, unfortunately, win nothing. But all you patient, wonderful audience members do have a chance to win other prizes that is currently a secret. But I will reveal them very soon. All right, let's get started. Is everyone ready? They need a marker. Can one of you hand them over a marker over there? One of you. A marker? Hand over a marker right there. All right. All right. We have round 1. Oh, a minute. It's fine. Yeah. So we're going to have about a minute for each question. So I will count down again as a reminder.
Was also by Music.
Round 1 is video game news. Question 1.
SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and Patreon for more.
According to Polygon, Twitch streamer Zen Ivan just registered the second speedrun world record ever on this 2003 handheld game device that attempted to revolutionize mobile gaming. Zen Ivan recorded himself completing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in less than 27 minutes. If you guys know the answer, do not say it aloud. Please whisper it. Whisper it to your friends next to you. We don't want the teams to get any hints. Cheating is rude. According to Polygon, Twitch streamer Zen Ivan just registered the second speedrun world record ever on this 2003 handheld game device that attempted to revolutionize mobile gaming. Zen Ivan recorded himself completing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in less than 27 minutes.
Yes, we have a question. A marker? Okay, here. To be clear, we are looking for the name of this handheld game device.
And anything that you see on screen, anything that is underlined, is the specific answer we're looking for.
All right. We have 5 seconds.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up, answers up, answers up, answers up. All right, I'm going to read a lot of these. A lot of these are the same question. What does that say over there? Engage, Nokia, engage, 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 Nokia, engage, 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 engage. You are all correct. It is the Nokia engage.
Points. Points, 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 points.
Points. Wonderful job. Great start. However, the questions will not be this easy, I promise you. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2. According to Kickstarter head of games, Luke Crane, this many successful gaming Kickstarter projects were funded in 2017. If you are within 500, you will get a point.
We're looking for a number here.
It is a number. It is a number. According to Kickstarter head of games, Luke Crane, this many successful gaming Kickstarter projects were funded in 2017. Who here has ever funded a game in Kickstarter? You, ma'am. Can you step up here, please? Can you stand up? She doesn't want to be on the mic. We got a shy one here. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
Autumn Jarvis in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green. All right. Bowling Green. That's right. Okay, so which games have you kickstarted lately?
Oh God, I don't want to say. I'm not shy. I just don't want to say that I kickstarted the Homestuck game.
And has it already been delivered yet, or no?
Act 1. It's episodic.
Yeah.
And what do you think the answer to this question is?
I don't know. It depends on how you define gaming. Does this cover like tabletop gaming? And
So believe it or not, it does not cover tabletop. Does not cover tabletop. That is a great question. Now, no tabletop, no CCGs. We're talking about strictly video game projects. So Well, that's not the question. The question is not how many were actually shipped or completed. The answer is how many were successful gaming Kickstarter projects. So how many were completely funded, right?
Hey,
So any ideas?
over 9,000.
Over 9,000! I think we all get that reference. All right. Here we go. Thank you so much. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up, answers up. Here we have 2,500, 2,500, 2,000, 3,000, 7,500, 2,500, 2,500, a lot of 2,500s. 8,000, 1,500. I cannot read that. What does that say? 9,000? 9,000, 6,500, 2,500. Okay, and remember, if you're within 500, we're going to give it to you. Maybe 501.
Keep those answers up. The scorekeeper does need to see it.
All up. And here we go. The answer is 2,997. If you were within 500, please keep your answer up. Please keep your answer up. If you were within 500. Please keep your answer up. We need to tally the scores.
Did we get them all?
3, 8. Okay. Keep your answers up. Please, momentarily.
Are we good?
While our scorekeeper keeps the scores. We have team number 3, team number 8, team number 12, team number 4, team number 5, and team number 6 all got them correct.
That was very good. You were off by 3. Very good job.
Off by 3. Wow. Here we go. All right. Do we have all the scores?
We're all
good. Question number 3. Video game news. Question number 3. Moving along. This UN, or United Nations agency, drafted several gaming-related conditions in the updated International Compendium of Diseases, including specific definitions for gaming disorder and hazardous gaming. We are looking for the UN agency that drafted several gaming-related conditions in its updated International Compendium of Diseases, including specific definitions for gaming disorder and hazardous gaming.
This next one is Donkey Kong Country's water level theme. Aquatic.
If you have any friends that are currently suffering either of these, please
we have
seek professional help. We have a question over there in the corner. Yes.
An abbreviation is completely acceptable.
That is correct. Yes. Abbreviations are acceptable. I don't know if that's a hint, but it sounds like they know what it is.
Well, pro tip, the answer is not UN, because that would be a giveaway.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
5 seconds, Taylor.
Cool. All right. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. All right. We got a lot of WHO's, WHO, and some people actually wrote out World Health Organization. I don't think anyone got this wrong because it is the World Health Organization. I'm giving you guys too much credit. These questions are too easy.
This is pretty easy so far. Maybe we should step it up.
Yeah, I think we're going to step it up. Here we go. Question number 4. Question number 4. Modder Chris Bradle. Is he here? That would be awesome if he was. Created a new NPC or non-playable character called the Jar Salesman for this 2017 RPG by Larian Studios, who sells everything from a jar of hearts to a jar of darts to a jar of farts.
We're looking for the name of the game. It must be complete, no abbreviations, the complete name of this 2017 RPG by Larian Studios.
Modder Chris Bradle created a new NPC called the Jar Salesman for this 2017 RPG by Larian Studios, who sells everything from a jar of hearts to a jar of darts to a jar of farts. This mod is available on Steam. It is available currently on Steam.
Answers up, so you have maybe like, I don't know, 10 more seconds.
So it's not like it's super obscure. 10 seconds?
No, we're good.
I'm giving you a little bit of extra time here to figure this out. What RPG from 2017, last year by Larian Studios, has this NPC that sells a jar of hearts to a jar of darts to a jar of farts?
All right, 10 seconds.
All right. This seems to stump a lot of people, so I'm gonna start cherry picking from the audience. See if they know this. All right. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up. I need all answers up. Answers up. Okay. You folks in the front, keep your answers facing this way, please. Facing this way. Do not turn them around. Who in the audience thinks they know the answer to this question? You, sir, in the corner. Here, let me walk to you. Excuse me. All right, can you stand up? Tell us your name and where you're from.
Rakeem from Long Island.
Rakeem from Long Island. Okay, do you think you played this game last year?
I think I did.
And what is it?
Divinity Original Sin 2.
Divinity Original Sin 2. Is that correct? Yes, it is! Divinity Original Sin 2. That is a screenshot of the Jar Salesman. If you got that answer correct, please keep them up. I will accept the number 2 if you did not write the numeral 2. That is acceptable.
Okay. All right, we're good.
All right, we're good? Everyone?
Is Divinity 2 acceptable?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Team number 10, I'm sorry, we will not accept just Divinity 2. It must be Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a specific question. We needed the full title. All right. Moving right along.
All right.
Moving right along.
We're good.
Question number 5, last one in video game news. Question number 5. A Japan-only 2009 Nintendo DS title was translated recently into English by fans, featuring this Legend of Zelda character as its lead. A Japan-only 2009 Nintendo DS title was translated recently into English by fans, featuring this Legend of Zelda character as its lead. I am surprised I didn't see a lot of Zelda cosplayers here. Stand up if you are a Zelda cosplayer, a character from Zelda. Oh, we have several here. We have several here. Hang on, I'm going to start over here at the front. But you guys are actually, you need to figure out the answer to this question, so I'm going to come to you later. Okay, ma'am. Tell us your name and where you're from.
Ariel from Long Island.
Ariel, also from Long Island. Look at that. All right. And Ariel, tell us who you are cosplaying as right now.
Tetra from Wind Waker.
Tetra, but no spoilers right now in case nobody has played Wind Waker, right?
I'm just Tetra, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Tetra. Tetra, were you featured in this 2009 Nintendo DS title?
I don't know. I haven't played it, but I do know the answer.
You do know the answer. Well, don't say it yet, because we still got our teams collaborating right here.
All right, you want to count down?
Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Towards the front, towards Ryan and Matt, up at the table.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of the same. Looks like everybody thinks it's Tingle, huh? Well, you'd be right.
Tingle is correct. Tingle is correct. Also, I do want to say, at MAGFest, we have a lot of great cosplay. We have a lot of bad cosplay. We have a lot of cosplay somewhere in the middle. But Tetra, I think you deserve 5 MAG points that you can spend at any vendor here at MAGFest while you're here. So thank you. We appreciate your cosplay. Give it up for Tetra!
All right, thank you for keeping your answers up. Everybody got it right. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to round 2, video game history. Before we start this, who can give me their best fighting game announcer voice can read round 2? Fighting game announcer. All right, you, sir, come up here for a second. All right, read aloud that slide for me, please, in your best fighting game announcer voice.
Round 2. Fight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. Video game history.
Shall we do a score?
Round
Let's do
recap.
it.
Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me. We have a recap of the scores. Here we go.
All right. So if you have any disputes, sorry. Team 1, 4 points. Team 2, 3. Team 3, 5. Team 4, 5. Team 5, also 5 points. Team 6, 5 points. Team 7, 4 points. Team 8, 4 points. Team 9, 4 points. Team 10, 3. Team 11, 4. And Team 12, 5.
All right.
All right, so we have a bunch of ties for the lead, don't we?
So there's several leaders that got every question correct. So 1.
Half of the fun of pub trivia.
5 teams have 5 points.
5 teams have 5 points. Half of the fun of pub trivia is coming up with the team names, so we'll be sure to read those names out on the next round. But we are running short on time. We have to go through this quickly, so we're going to save it.
1 through.
That's right. Video game history round 2. Question number 1. This arcade game was the first to record high scores, the first with enemies that fired back at the player, the first with multiple lives per credit, and the first to feature a continuous background soundtrack. That's a lot of firsts. A lot of firsts. This arcade game was the first to record high scores, the first with enemies that fired back at the player, the first with multiple lives per credit, and the first to feature a continuous background soundtrack. If you follow me on Twitter at TVREEH, you might get a hint. But cheating is rude, and we do not allow phones for anyone participating in these teams up here at the front. So no hints for you.
Taylor, you have a question.
We have a question. Question in the audience. Yes, sir. We're not saying the answers yet. We're not saying the answers yet. Please, sir, please do not. Again, just to repeat one of the rules earlier, until I say answers up, the people in the front are going to pull up their answer boards up here.
All right.
Reveal the answers to us. But, again, do not say the answer out loud, even if you are in the audience, please. All right, 3, 2, 1, answers up, answers up, answers up. I need your answers up. Answers up.
All right. I see centipedes, space invaders, asteroids. I don't see that one all the way.
Is that Galaga over there? Galaga? The correct Galaxian up at the front.
Okay.
Guess what? It is Space Invaders!
All right. Keep those answers up. We need to tally the scores.
Keep your answers up.
If you got Space Invaders, you are correct.
Again, as a reminder for anyone, including the teams that are participating and anyone in the audience, please do not say the answers aloud.
All right.
Until we reveal the actual answer. You may be right, you may be wrong, you may be funny, but we don't want to hear it yet.
All right, we're good.
We're good. Thank you very much.
Moving
Thank
on.
you. Board's down. Question number 2. Question number 2. In the early 1990s, there was a panic over violence in video games. Starting in 1993, a U.S. Senate committee led by Joe Lieberman and Herb Kohl held 3 hearings on the issue, which specifically discussed these 2 controversial games. I need the full titles of those games.
It is worth 2 points. We are looking for 2 separate video games. If you get one of the video games, you get partial credit. You get 1 point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a point of clarification about the creation of the ESRB. And 4 games were actually in consideration when they formed that. However, we are asking for the 2 games in 1993 because the other 2 games, guess what, weren't released in 1993. So if that helps clarify the question. There were 2 other games that were discussed that were possibly released in the next couple of years that were also heavily discussed. But we were looking for the 2 older titles that were around by 1993. We have another question from the audience. We're not looking for the answer yet. Please, no answers yet. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Yes. You know them. We're not looking for the answers yet. Not looking for the answers yet. In the early 1990s, there was a panic over violence in video games. Starting in 1993, a U.S. Senate committee led by Joe Lieberman and Herb Kohl held 3 hearings on the issue, which specifically discussed these 2 controversial games. All right, time's up. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. I see a lot of answers up here. Okay, we have a lot of Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. We have a lot of what else do we have? I see Doom up here in the front. Anyone else besides those 3 answers? Okay, you sir, who were so eager to say the answer right away. Which ones are correct?
Doom and Duke Nukem.
Joshua Morris.
What do you think? Clap if you think those are correct. Okay, let's see what the answers were. It was Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. All right, most people do remember Doom.
We're all good.
Yeah, Doom was a huge item for discussion, but
You can put your boards down. We're all good.
But Doom was not discussed during the Senate hearings. It was actually discussed afterwards, which was ultimately one of the final games that really had to lead to the ESRB. All right. Also, another point of trivia. Guess what? Do you think Joe Lieberman played either of those games? I don't think so. All right. Question 3. In 1996, Apple collaborated with Japanese toy and game company Bandai to make this failed home game console, which was based off the PowerPC Mac architecture that drove their desktop computers. It was a tremendous flop, faring even worse than Nintendo's Virtual Boy. Apple sold only 42,000 units before discontinuing it the following year. Again, we are looking for Apple and Bandai's failed home console. In 1996. There are a lot of 90s related questions because I wrote them and I am a 90s kid. And I imagine a lot of you are too. Team Millennials. Woo! In 1996, Apple collaborated with Japanese toy and game company Bandai to make this failed home game console, which is based off the PowerPC Mac architecture that drove their desktop computers. It was a tremendous flop, faring even worse than Nintendo's Virtual Boy. Apple sold only 42,000 units before discontinuing it the following year. Time?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. All right, that should be enough. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up.
Ooh.
Oh, team number 5, no answer. Team number 1, does that say Apu? Apu, like the Simpsons character? Nope. Pippin. That's blank. Pippin.
I see one over here. It says Pico.
Pico. We got a Pico over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Team number 3. Did you spell that correctly? The answer is the Pippin. The Pippin. All right.
Taylor, are you
All right.
about that?
What do you think, guys? I need a poll from the audience. Team number 3 wrote Pippen. Should we give him the point? Oh, the crowd has spoken. We'll give it to you. Round of applause for team number 3. Oh, I'm hearing some boos.
All right.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to change this policy going forward. Maybe spelling is going to have to count for a lot of these. We'll see. All right. Question number 4. Wolfenstein protagonist William Joseph B.J. Blazkowicz has a grandson named after him who assumed the nickname Billy Blaze instead. Billy Blaze is even better known by his other nickname, which he shares with the title of This 1990 MS-DOS platformer he debuted in?
Text to 571-418.
When I
know
when
it?
I researched this,
Excellent.
I learned a lot. You learn a lot about these characters.
We might just read or play your message on our next episode.
I don't think I saw anyone cosplay as BJ Blazkowicz, though.
Music for the use of their song.
Unfortunately, that's right. Super great Wolfenstein games recently, huh?
Yeah, nobody wants to cosplay as anybody wants to kick some Nazi ass, right?
Yeah, that's right. And thankfully, nobody was cosplaying as Hitler either. All right, so Wolfenstein protagonist William Joseph B.J. Blazkowicz has a grandson named after him who assumed the nickname Billy Blaze instead. Billy Blaze is even better known by his other nickname, which he shares with the title of the 1990 MS-DOS platformer he debuted in. How are we on time? Good?
more seconds.
5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Oh, we got some consensus here. Commander Keen. Kin? Nope. It's wrong. That's correct. That is wrong. Duke Nukem. The answer is Commander Keen. I am shocked that all of you knew that. I am shocked. Wonderful. What gave that away? Was it the actual way the clue was written?
Some real quiz heads here.
What MS-DOS 1990 game, can you think of? All right, moving right along to the last question in video game history. Question number 5. In 1993, Atari released its 6th and final console soon after the company withdrew from the home console market. However, Atari liquidated its assets by selling the expensive molds used to create its outer case and game cartridges. They happened to be the perfect size for the guts of the Imagine Hot Rod intraoral digital dental camera. Some fascinating here. The question, we're looking for the underlined phrase
The
up
name
there on
of the
screen.
console.
We're looking for Atari's 6th and final console. There are some interesting things when you start looking into the history of video game manufacturers, failed video game manufacturers, who sold off their manufacturing assets to other companies. And this is among them. This one's really interesting, I think. In 1993, Atari released its 6th and final console soon after the company withdrew from the home console market. However, Atari liquidated its assets by selling the expensive molds used to create its outer case and game cartridges. They happen to be the perfect size for the guts of the Imagine Hot Rod intraoral digital dental camera. Three, two, one. Answers up.
All right.
I need team number 9 to write their answers much more legibly. I need a darker big letters, but I can read that. I think that says Jaguar over there. And I think everybody wrote Jaguar. Some people wrote Atari Jaguar because both are correct. It was the Atari Jaguar. The picture you see on screen in the room on the left is a picture of that digital dental camera. The one on the right is, of course, the Jaguar.
Thank you.
Everyone can put their answers down. Thank you very much. All right, that is the end of round 2. We're going to tally up the scores.
So after round 2, we have a 3-way tie for first place with 11 points. Team 3, Team 6, and Team number 12. In second place with 10 points, Team number 4. And following up in third is with 9 points is Team 5, Team 10, Team 8, Team 7, and Team 11. If you have less than 9 points, I'm sorry.
All right, moving right along. Round 3, video game culture. Here we go. Question 1. In early 2000, Neil Young released his 24th studio album titled Silver and Gold. The cover art for the album featured a low-res pixelated figure against a white background with sepia tones. That album image was created by his daughter Amber using this video game hardware accessory.
Point of clarification, we are looking for the name of the video game hardware accessory that created this image.
That is correct. In early 2000, Neil Young released his 24th studio album titled Silver and Gold. The cover art for the album featured a low-res pixelated figure against a white background with sepia tones. That album image was created by his daughter Amber using this video game hardware accessory. In early 2000, Neil Young released his 24th studio album titled Silver and Gold. The cover art for the album featured a low-res pixelated figure against a white background with sepia tones. That album image was created by his daughter, Amber, using this video game hardware accessory. 3, 2, 1, answers up, answers up, answers up.
Ooh.
Team number 12, we're giving you a point for the hassle. Thank you, team number 12, for dealing with that in a very civil, diplomatic manner. Round of applause for team number 12. Team number 12. All right, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. All right, answers up. What do we have here? Everyone wrote. Did everyone write this? Game Boy camera. All right, why don't we show them what it looked like? Does everyone agree? What do you think? Game Boy camera? It is Game Boy camera. That is correct. Everyone gets a point. All right. Question number 2. In the 1994 Wired article, This Is Your Brain on This 1984 Game, writer Jeffrey Goldsmith described a cognitive effect in which players who spend a long time playing one game that its patterns begin to appear in their thoughts, mental images, and dreams. The effect is a biochemical reductionistic metaphor, if you will, for curiosity, invention, and the creative urge. We are looking for, this is a very famous article, we are looking for this 1984 game. In the 1994 Wired article, This Is Your Brain on This 1984 Game, writer Jeffrey Goldsmith described a cognitive effect in which players who spend a long time playing one game, that its patterns begin to appear in their thoughts, mental images, and dreams. The effect is a biochemical reductionistic metaphor, if you will, for curiosity, invention, and the creative urge. We are going to have to run through this countdown very quickly. 3, 2, 1, answers up, answers up, answers up. Did everyone get this correct? We got Berserk in the front. Everyone else, well, we got a Tempest in the front, also in the back. Everyone else wrote Tetris. The answer is Tetris! Tetris! Ma'am, do you know the Tetris theme?
Kind of.
Can you sing it for us? No, you can't. Who knows the Tetris theme? Who can hum it for? Who can hum it for us? Okay. You, sir, come here.
We're good?
Come here, real quick, real quick, real quick. All right, here we go. Hum a few bars. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
All right, round of applause. Thank you so much. Yes, this is your brain on Tetris. Moving right along to question 3. This 1991 Laserdisc FMV, that would be full motion video, arcade game by Dragon's Lair creator Rick Dyer featured 40, that's right, 40 different actors, and was known as the world's first holographic video game, or at least that's how it was marketed, which was really just a clever optical illusion using a curved mirror and CRT monitor inside its cabinet. All right. Do you think you saw this arcade machine here at MAGFest? Raise your hand if you think you saw this arcade machine at MAGFest. We got one hand in the back. Is that a hint? I don't know. This 1991 Laserdisc. By the way, spoiler alert, that game was not here at MAGFest. Sorry, it was not. Sorry. This 1991 Laserdisc FMV arcade game by Dragon's Lair creator Rick Dyer featured 40 different actors and was known as the world's first holographic video game, which was really just a clever optical illusion using a curved mirror and CRT monitor inside its cabinet. All right. 3, 2, 1, answers up, answers up, answers up, answers up. This is a tough one. Put your answer up if you don't have anything. If you don't have anything, it's a blank. All right. Crystal Palace, Space Ace, Time Traveler, Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp, Time Cop, Space Ace, Time Fighter, Holographic Time Traveler. It is Time Traveler!
Keep those answers up.
I will also accept Holographic Time Traveler. That is fine.
Moving on.
That is fine.
All right, Matt, you saw that?
Keep your answers up if you had Time Traveler,
Wait,
please.
Taylor. You want to clarify on 12, or are you going to accept holographic?
Yeah, we will
time
accept number 12's answer.
good.
We will accept number 12's answer.
All right, we're good.
All right, moving on to question number 4. Video game culture. In 2010, Maryland's governor issued an official proclamation that September 21st would be known going forward as this Popular Strategy Simulation Series Day, which was conveniently timed with the main series' 5th release that year.
On this episode, including that last one.
In 2010, Maryland's governor issued an official proclamation that September 21st would be known going forward as this Popular Strategy Simulation Series Day, which was conveniently timed with the main series' 5th release that year.
We're looking for the name of the game. The name of the game.
The name of the game. Well, it is the series. It also, the name of the game matches also the name of the series. What do we think it is? 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow. A lot of consensus here. Did anyone get this incorrect? Everyone wrote Civilization. Is it Civilization? It is Civilization!
Very good.
All right. Moving on. We are on to question number 5, last one in this category. Then we have one more round after this. Nintendo. 2 more rounds. Sorry, my bad. You're right. Nintendo once released a console so popular in Japan that it sold through its initial shipment of 300,000 units in just a few hours. That Nintendo home console was so popular and disruptive to local traffic and businesses that the company scheduled store shipments overnight in secret to avoid Yakuza attention, whom were stealing and reselling them on the Japanese black markets. There are a lot of popular game console releases in Japan. Do you think that would happen here in the U.S.? Maybe, maybe not. Not with the Yakuza. No. Can you imagine a console so popular that it got the attention of a crime syndicate and started reselling them on the black market? All right, I will ask the one audience member what they think the answer is, but not yet. Don't say it out loud, please. We got to get through this quickly. 3, I need an answer. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, facing towards the front. Facing towards the front, please. Facing towards the front. What do we have? Super Famicom, Wii, Switch, Super Famicom, Wii, Famicom, N64, Super Famicom, Wii. Who thinks they know the answer to this question in the audience? Whoever gets it right in the audience gets 5 mag points to spend as a dollar amount. You already got here. You, sir, please stand up. Tell us your name and where you're from.
I'm Robert. I'm from Oklahoma City.
Robert from Oklahoma City. Which one of those answers do you think is correct?
I think it's the Wii.
You think it's the Wii. Clap your hands if you think it's the Wii. It is not the Wii. Those of you who wrote the Wii, put your answers down. Who else thinks they want to guess? You, sir. Your name and where you're from?
I'm Ty Tuesday from Colorado. Is it the NES Classic?
Is it the NES Classic? No, it is not the NES Classic. I will tell you that the answer was already read aloud. One of the teams gets it correctly. Yes.
Jesus Christ, you guys, it's the original SNES, the Super Famicom.
I need you to clarify which one was in Japan.
Super Famicom is the Japan name.
Is it Super Famicom? It is Super Famicom!
Thank you.
I don't think anyone wrote Super Nintendo or SNES up here, but I would not accept that answer because, again, this was Japan. Japan's version was the Super
Very
Famicom.
Good. Thank you.
We got it. Thank you. Moving on. Round 4, video game music. Oh, we need to read out. I'm sorry. You're right. We do need to read out the points and the leaders.
I don't know. I'm not sure. How many rounds? Okay. Oh, last round. Okay.
It was. I thought it was right. It was one more round. We do have this final round. Video game music. Yeah. Four rounds, 5 questions each. Yeah. Anyway, we have our lovely scorekeeper, Matt, tallying up the scores. Give us the scores and the leaders.
All right. After round 3, with 15 points and tied for first place, we have Team 4, Smegma Dreamcast. Team 6, Closet Pizza. In second place with 14 points, and again tied, we have Team 3, Puppy Proctologists, and Team 12, Dumpster Fire. And in third place with 13 points, we have Team 5, The Phantom Thieves. And Team 10, Pumpkin Hill.
All right.
Moving right along, video game music. What we're going to do is you're going to see a clue up on screen. I'm going to read it, and then we're going to play a song clip. Now, because this video is will be posted on YouTube later, and it's also being live streamed right now, we could not secure the original songs from these games. However, all these remixes and covers will sound exactly like the originals, practically identical, so as to avoid the ever awful DMCA takedowns. All right, question number 1, and we have also featuring some fabulous MAGFest artists. Rob, KTA, remixed this developer's old yet familiar intro jingle, which can be heard at the beginning of Police Knots and Metal Gear Solid. And Ryan will click on the little sound icon and turn it up. Here we go. Oh, we got the other. Sorry, we got 2 songs here playing. Hang on one second. Technical difficulties. Alt-tab to the other, the VLC, and close that. Okay, now turn it up. Why don't you go back a slide and we'll start it from the front. Oh, here we go. Now you can hear it. We are looking for the developer, the company.
No, we're looking for the name of the company, not the
name of the company. Name of the company. It is not an individual. Answers up. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. We have everyone, I think. Everyone wrote Konami except team number 2 wrote Kojima Productions. Well, I heard everyone laugh. You think that's right? Do you think that's wrong? Is it? Let's see. Let's take a look. It is Konami. It is Konami. Konami is actually better known from their other minor jingle. Wasn't really a full BGM, but that is their old one featured on those 2 games. Moving on. Question number 2. On his album, The Game and the Gamer, artist C-Swag sampled this 1991 Amiga game, which was later ported to the Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, MS-DOS, Game Boy, Game Gear, Sega Genesis, NES, SNES, and ZX Spectrum.
Swagger.
There we go.
Sorry. No, don't put your answers up yet. I just wanted to point of clarification. We need the full name of this game. The full name.
Full name. Yep, full name. Full name. Not looking for the series.
Swagger.
All right, we're going to have to count it down. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. You got to rewrite it. Here we go. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up. It's either right or wrong. That is incorrect already, so don't worry about it. It is not Toe Jam and Earl. Lemmings, Shadow of the Beast. What are some of the ones? That one's blank. What does that say? Paperboy, SimCity. Team number 9, what does that say? Mario, no. Paperboy and Paperboy 2. Is it Paperboy or is it Paperboy 2? What is it? Answer is Paperboy 2.
Keep those answers up.
Keep those answers up. I will only accept Paperboy 2. Only Paperboy 2.
Got to pay attention to the clue. 1991 Amiga game.
Very good.
Yes.
Someone else had Paperboy 2 as well, and I didn't get you.
There you
What's
go.
your team number?
Moving along. We're almost here at the end.
No, but what's your team number? Team number.
Team number over here.
8. Okay.
Thank you. Team number 8. Moving on.
Sorry.
Question number 3. Yes. Question number 3. Composer Walt Ribeiro arranged this incredible orchestral cover of this stage scene from this 1994 SNES action platformer. If you give me both the stage theme title and the name of the game, I will give you 2 points. If you get one and not the other, I will give you 1 point. Obvious. Three, two, one. Answers up. Answers up. I need the answers up right now. Answers up. Answers up. All right, some of these Super Castlevania 4, Contra 3. What do we have here? Sparkman from Mega Man X. Super Turrican. What is that, team number 9? Can't read yours. Mega Man X Ice Penguin. But a lot of other ones. We got another Sparkman. But we have several Spark Mandrill from Mega Man X. It is Mega Man X Spark Mandrill's theme. If you had either one of those correct or both of them correct, please leave your answers up. Please leave your answers up.
Leave your answers up, please.
I will not accept Sparkman. Sparkman is a different boss, is it not? It's Spark Mandrill, Mega Man X. Spark Mandrill, Mega Man X. Great classic. All right. Last question, unless we have a tiebreaker, then we have a quick tiebreaker question. We need to get going. This is second to last question. Question number 4. Name the SNES game where you can hear this song titled Creative Exercise remixed by Matrix Mario X. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up, answers up, answers up. Did everyone have this correct? That is amazing. What does that say? Super Mario RPG. Oh, the audience did not like that answer. But everyone else had Mario Paint. Is it Mario Paint? It is Mario Paint. Keep your answers up if you had Mario Paint. Keep your answers up if you had Mario Paint.
12.
Who here owned Mario Paint? Who here owned Mario Paint? Wow. That is a really surprising number. Half of you don't own the mouse anymore. All right. Moving on to question number 5. Guitarist Adam Bellotto and upright bassist Robbie Delosier make up the 8-bit Jazz Heroes. The duo recently released their debut album, Press Start, which includes this cover of a song first heard in this water level from this 1996 Nintendo title.
Again, we are looking for 2 answers on this one. We need the name of the level and the name of the game. If you give us one of them, you will get a point. If you give us both of them, you get 2 points.
By the way, this is a trick question. I am looking for the song first heard in this water level. I am looking for the song first heard in this water level.
And the name of the game.
And the name of the game, yes. that should be a hint. Perhaps the title doesn't match the level that it was first heard in. Okay.
Sounds kind of nice, doesn't it?
It's very soothing. As I understand it, they're actually both here. 8-bit jazz heroes. I wish they were here. Maybe we could perform. They could perform live. All right. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. Answers up. Face towards the front. Face towards the front. Who thinks they know this? Who played this game? Who played this game? Sir, come up, please. Sir, what's your name? Where are you from?
David from Maryland.
David from Maryland. Okay, where was this first heard and in what game?
It was first heard in Dire Docks in Super Mario 64. Or Mario 64.
Super Mario 64. But wait a minute. Did you say Dire Docks?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Ma'am, come up here. Stand up here for a second, please.
Can't read what 6
Ma'am,
is.
we'll go with you. You know this too. Is the answer Dire Docks from Super Mario 64?
I thought it was called, or we thought it was called Jolly Roger's Bay.
Jolly Roger Bay. In Super Mario 64, was that the first water level it was heard in that game? Wait a minute. I think I heard the right answer already. It's one of the two. The answer is... It is Jolly Roger Bay! Oh. The name of the song is Dire Docks. It is heard in the Dire Docks stage. It was not first heard in Dire Docks. It was first heard in Jolly Roger Bay. That was a trick question. Leave your answers up if you got one or two of those correct. And right. You two do win 5 mag points for that correct answer in the audience. Thank you so much for clarifying that answer.
All right.
All right. It's over. Wait a minute. I just wanted to first say thank you so much for playing. All of you. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming. Really appreciate your time and attention. We're tallying up the scores right now. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful, very fun MAGFest, because I know I am. I always am. So I just want to say thank you one more time to all of you guys who lined up, showed up early, played, participated, stayed in the audience. It's been an awesome, awesome time. This is the second time I've held pub trivia here, and it's always, always super, super fun. So, and thank you for your patience as well while we were getting set up and started in the room. Do we have the final scores yet?
We do, but we have a tie.
We do, but we have a tie. Oh no, we need to run through this quickly. Who are the top 2 teams?
All right, so tied for 4th place with 18 points is Team 12 and Team 8. So teams Dumpster Fire and Triple Explosion. In 3rd place with 19 points is Team Pumpkin Hill. And tied for 1st, we have, with 20 points, team number 3, the Puppy Proctologist, and team number 4, Smegma Dreamcast.
Okay. The rest of you can stick around, but we have to leave this room because the next panel is going to be setting up, I think. I don't know. The other 2 teams who were tied, those 2 that he said, what were they teams? Number?
3 and 4.
3 and 4. The final tiebreaker is the closest without going over. Here we go. Moving on. Teams 3 and 4 are the only ones that can participate. The home game console Neo Geo AES was released in 1991 in Japan and North America and sold for $649 MSRP at launch. According to IGN.com, when adjusted for inflation, the Neo Geo is the 2nd most expensive home console ever sold in the U.S. by a major manufacturer. What is Neo Geo's 2016 price when adjusted for inflation? I do not have 2017 or 2018 data, so you're just going to have to go off that. It's really not that much. Inflation didn't happen that much between those years. So we are looking for, adjusted for inflation, the 2nd most expensive home console. What was the price now, adjusted for inflation, in 2016 for the Neo Geo AES? That is the home console.
We are looking for this in dollar amounts.
Dollar amount, U.S. dollar amount. We need that quick. We need that quick. We do need to rearrange the chairs and exit the room. I need closest without going over. This is like Price is Right. Closest without going over. Do we have teams number 3 and 4? Are they locked in? Answers written down. Answers written down. Teams 3 and 4. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Answers up. Answers up. 3 and 4. 1,200, and we have 900. The
Closest
answer
without going
closest
over.
without going over is $1,147.68. Team number 4 wins it all. Thank you so much for playing. Team number 4, we will see you backstage to get your pick of the loot box prizes. Team number 3, I need to see you as well. Team number 3, I have something a surprise for you. Team number 3 and 4, please see us backstage.
Again, special thanks to all the amazing, amazing organizers over at MAGFest. We have a great time every year, and thank you for bringing us back for a second round of Super Video Game Pub Trivia with 2 Turbo this year. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If you liked our show, please subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. We would greatly appreciate those ratings and reviews. They're a huge help for our show. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Google Play Music, TuneIn, or our website, 1pvs2p.com, or search for our show using your favorite podcast app. Remember to like us on Facebook, find us on Twitch, and follow us on Twitter at 1pvs2p. And again, if you were at Super Video Game Pub Trivia 2 Turbo at MAGFest 2018 earlier this January, we'd love to hear from you. Please tweet to us at 1pvs2p. And as always, we want to thank Phonetic Hero for the use of the songs for our show, Coffee Stomp and Super Manly Brothers X. Both songs are part of the compilation project Chiptunes Equals Win. Ryan will be back with us for our next episode. Thank you, as always, for listening.
Give it up for the loot box!